Okay, now we are recording. So I was telling you that last class, in some of our readings, we came by the word let, let go. And we said that this word is a very common word in English, and we can use it. You know that there are words that can be used as nouns, that can be used in many functions, as nouns, as verbs, or adjectives. Sometimes you use the same word with different functions, and sometimes the word changes a bit. But in the case of let, for example, a very common use of let is, for instance, when we want to make an invitation, that we say, for example, oh, it's a very beautiful day, let's go for a walk, for example. Let's do something, when you are inviting someone to do something. Or let's hear this song, I love this song, let's hear it. Oh, what are you doing today? Well, we can go out. Let's go to the cinema or whatever. This is a use of let's. And another use is when we use it in a verb, for example, and that is also a very common use. We know for the song that made it famous, Let It Be. Let it be. Or recently in spirituality and in psychology and in this environment, the verb let go. Because what is in Spanish? Let go, que in English it can be used let go or let go of, which it is optional, el off, you can let go something or let go of something. It's the same. So, es el famoso soltar. And so, let go, it's related to detachment. Or we can say it is the opposite of attachment. For example, here. So that's why we see it so much in spiritual language. I'll let go. We have and especially for for today, that I said it is St. Valentine's Day today. It is the day of love. And well, love, the meaning of the common meaning that we apply to this word has to do with this also, with attachment, with possession. And that's why we suffer. And this is something that spirituality also teaches us. That love, in fact, has nothing to do with these things. So, well, what we can do is read these phrases so as to practice the use of let go. Jose, do you want to read the first one?
See, yes.
Okay.
Keep chasing and letting go until there is nothing left to let go of, and no one left to let go.
It's parece un trabalenguas, ¿vieron?
Mm.
But it is a very profound phrase. Keep chanting. Chant, what is to chant? To sing. Keep chanting and letting go until there is nothing left to let go of. Nothing left. Eso es otra, another expression that is very much used in English. There is nothing left. Ya no queda nada. And we can also use it as a verb. It comes from the verb to live. El infinitivo sería live, que en el infinitivo to live, and the past is left, and the participle also left. To leave es que irse. To leave a place, so you say when there is nothing left, que ya no queda nada. Entonces, también lo podemos usar como... se puede usar como, por ejemplo, as a noun, you can say a leftover. You know what is a leftover? Of leftovers. So when you eat, for example, and you don't eat everything, there is something that is left. Las sobras serían, o lo que queda de la comida.
Yes, and Karina, there is a movie that is has that name, The Leftovers, that means the people or the pupils, the students that remain in Christmas at the university or the high school. I don't know what it was.
That's it.
And they were the leftovers.
I didn't know. Yes, because it has to do, o sea, the meaning is this, especially. It means something that remains, what remains, lo que queda, the leftovers, o bueno, se usa, o sea, lo más común es para, for the food, but the leftovers here has another meaning also, but it means it refers to what remains. Vieron que remain is another verb that we use so much. Mooji uses it. Remain is to remain in our heart, to remain as the self, or to abide. Remain is a synonym of abide, or to stay, or what? To be established in your heart. Okay. So, and another common usage in English of the word left is, or I have nothing left to lose. I have nothing left to lose. When you say, when do you use this kind of expression? It's for example, you can say, well, I'm not afraid. I have nothing left to lose. Or in a situation of despair, it's our, how do we say in Spanish? Ya no tengo nada que perder. They say there is nothing left to lose. Well, these are the meanings of let go, and what are the things that are more difficult to you to let go, for instance?
Cari, can you repeat the question?
Yes. What are the things that you feel that are more difficult to you to let go? Or another word, another way of saying.
Simple question.
We are here to go straight to the point, to be honest with ourselves. This is self-inquiry, my friends.
Yes, but we need a weekend.
And you see how it is all is related and all is connected. Attachments, possessions, love, suffering. And that's why you can experience this, that what is the true meaning of Mooji's words? That they are so simple, but so profound and so deep. Why? When we hear or when we read our masters, like Ramana Maharshi, which was who was Papashi's guru, and Papashi was Mooji's guru. Wow. He only talked about self-inquiry. That was all. And why? Because it is the key of everything. But as I said, we have to be honest with ourselves. And how can we give away the mask of the ego? By contemplating, by observing, but going deeper and deeper, with patience, with patience, but with honesty. And you know that it's true that you begin to fall in love with this, little by little. Why? Because I'm sure that you have already experienced that why we are here. Because we are tired. We are tired of looking outside. We experience, as Mooji says, that everything comes and goes, and everything comes and goes. So we have something, we want something today, and when we get it, what happens? We want another thing. And we are always with this kind of feeling that it is not enough. Why? Because our soul has wants another thing, wants something that resembles its essence, and its essence is eternal, and all things are ephemeral, are temporal, And what's the problem? That we are looking this essence in things and they cannot give us this quality because they are not like this. We have to look here. Wow. And how we discover this? Doing by self-inquiry. So, but it's another, it's not mental. That's another thing we discover. That's why Mooji said it's experiential. So, let's try to keep on discovering it. Well, my friends, we have another phrase here with the use of let or let go. Mariel, do you want to read?
Yes. The moment you trust in, let go. The moment you stop struggling against existence, you need not worry about anything. Existence takes care.
Okay. This is another very powerful phrase. It has to do with let go, with let go our attachments. And you didn't you didn't answer my question, my previous question about attachments. Well, this phrase has to do with this of the moment you trust, but that's one of the very important keys. What do we need to let go? We need to trust. We need to have faith. That's why there is a phrase that says that the opposite of love is not hate, but it is fear. If we have fear, we don't trust. And so we want to hold on to things and or to persons, to relationships. So the moment you trust in let go, here we have another usage of let go, that we can use it as a word or as a noun, the let go. Not only as a verb. The moment you trust in let go, the moment you stop struggling against existence. What is struggle?
Struggle es lío, problema, ¿eso? ¿Significa?
Struggle es
Sí.
a
Pelear,
fight, a lucha.
pelear.
Struggle.
Claro.
Problemas.
You stop struggling against existence. Es como, it's the opposite of flowing, struggling. Flowing es lo opuesto a fluir. To struggle. Here, let me. To struggle, the opposite would be to flow. Here, the phrase is to stop to struggling against existence. The opposite would be to flow with existence. fluir con la vida. You need not worry about anything. And existence takes care. Mooji has a video, a very short video, which is called Life Takes Care of Life. La vida cuida de la vida. And it's what is saying here. We have to learn to trust in existence, to trust that there is a higher power, a higher intelligence that moves everything. If we if we trust, all our problems are solved. Okay. And here there is another usage of, here you see, stop struggling, that is very common in English, this structure, that stop, that is, o sea, the verb stop plus the infinitive plus the ing form. For example, here for habits, I stopped eating bakery products and sugar a couple of months ago. I feel better now. When you use the expression siempre es stop plus ing. Something. Give me an example. Let's work, my friend. Give me an example of something that you have stopped doing.
I stopped drinking alcohol. But it's not true because I'm not.
But
I don't drink usually. But I stopped drinking because I don't like alcohol.
You used to drink what? There was some
Campari and gin tonic. But I stopped drinking. But I stopped eating wheat, oats, and other forms of gluten because I am celiac.
Yes.
And I'm so happy. I'm very happy with that.
But you have to maybe.
I have to stop struggling against that.
Existence.
Yes.
And you will find the reasons. They are not only this is another learning that we have to, that when we begin going deeper, we learn that, for instance, health, our physical health, not only has to do with biological things. It's also, there are also emotional, and when we begin going deeper, we can find and we can solve many things, because we are not separate, and this is something that is commonly misunderstood by some people. When they begin their spiritual path, they go to the other to the opposite side, and they deny their physical, and to evolve has to do with harmony, and to be in harmony means to be okay with our body, with our spiritual and with our emotions. All. You have to, it is difficult to find the balance between things. But when you begin to go this way, you can experience it and you feel much, much better. That's why, for instance, that's why I changed the schedule these 2 weeks because I'm exercising. I go running with my friends and we have an event tomorrow, Saturday morning, and I know that it is important to exercise, that your body has also, because why? It is the temple. It is the temple of God. You have to take care of it also. It is your tool. Well, my friends, so we were talking about the expression stop plus ing, and the other expression that it is has the same structure is with the verb like, for example. I like going for a walk. I like doing something. Or feel like. What is feel like? For example, well, it's a fantastic sunny day. I feel like going for a walk in nature. Feel like es tengo ganas de, in Spanish.
Sorry, feel. ¿Cómo?
Feel like. I feel like.
Como sentir, feel.
Claro, exacto.
Okay.
Feel like, pero así, los dos juntos, feel like, es tener ganas de hacer. I feel like eating an ice cream, for example, or whatever. Okay. Well, my friends, now we are going to watch a bit of this video, which talks about love. And it's a very old video, but I chose it because it has a lot of vocabulary. And Krishnamurti uses the same technique, let's say, of self-inquiry. They ask a question that seems very simple, but is very profound. And maybe we don't think about it usually. We are so used to take many things for granted. De dar las cosas por sentado, las damos como por... And one of it is the concept or the meaning of love for us. And if we want to be happy or to evolve, we have to learn to this thing, to go deeper, to go deeper in our looking, in our observation of things, of everything that comes to our lives, because all that comes has a purpose. So, and one of the things that is more important is our relationships. So let's see a bit of the video, and then we see a bit of the vocabulary. Okay. Let me share the video.
Right? Please find out for yourself. So it's saying, is pleasure love? Right? Please find out for yourself. Ask that question. Is pleasure love? Is desire love? Is possession love? Is the desire for power love? So we're asking, desire, pleasure, is it the nature of love? And if it is not, why have we made pleasure more dominant than love? And to understand love, please do go into this with the speaker, because this is very important in our life. Because we have no love. We know what attachment is. We know what to possess or being possessed, and the pleasure of that. We all know what it means to have sex and the pleasures of sex, the imaginations, the pictures, the thought involved in that act. All pleasure. All that we are asking is that love. And we use that word love so easily. I love my country, I love my books, I love what I'm eating. I love my wife or my girl. So, one has to go into this question very deeply to see and discover for oneself what love is. Without that, you have wasted your life. You're just zombies or just human beings uttering a lot of words, living a useless life, confused, miserable, suffering. So you can only understand that which is love when there is the understanding, not verbal nor intellectual, but the depth of the meaning of pleasure. There is pleasure, there is enjoyment, and there is joy. You understand? There is pleasure and the enjoyment of a morning. When the sun is out, early morning, the birds are singing, the light on the mountains, on the leaf, and the color, that's a great delight, great enjoyment. But when thought comes into it and says, what a lovely morning it is, I wish I could have such mornings every day. Or the remembrance of such a morning and the pleasure of that morning remembered is pleasure, isn't it? You're following what I'm saying? You all look so surprised. What's the problem? Look, you have an experience, a pleasurable experience, an experience which is delightful, happy, joyous. And you don't end it there. Thought comes and says, let's have it again. Let's repeat it, which is the pursuit of pleasure. That which was delightful, enjoyable, has become instantly a pleasurable thing through the movement of thought. You get it? You understand this? So, there is pleasure, there is enjoyment, there is joy. Joy you can never invite. It comes. Happy, an extraordinary, harmonious, marvelous state. And you don't end it there. Thought says, I must have it again. The desire to have it again is the pursuit of pleasure, not the actual experience. So that these factors in pleasure, that which thought pursues as pleasure, the enjoyment independent of pleasure, the delight, the beauty of something. Talking of beauty, would it be right to talk about a little bit here? What is beauty? You know, when you see something extraordinarily beautiful, the mountain, the deep valley's shadow, a sheet of water. When you see this marvelous, intense things, at that moment, at that second, you are not. You with your problems, with your idiocies, with your absurdities, all that's gone. You're not there. Because the magnitude and the dignity of the glory of a mountain is so enormous it drives you away. And which means there is beauty only when you are not. Got it?
Okay. Let's stop a bit here because it is it's very profound, this. But he says in a the very last phrase, what the meaning of it is that we can only experience love when we are not thinking. And it's very true, this. And he gives the example, what happens when we see something that is beyond our words, that has a kind of beauty that we cannot describe it as a mountain or some landscape very beautiful in nature. And if we think about it, it is very similar to what happens to us when we can experience this true love? Can you describe with words what love is when it's true? You cannot describe, but why you can experience it so profoundly? Because you are not thinking. So for me, this is very important, because no thinking opens you the door to another dimension, which is, and there is what our soul is looking for. And what is? It's God. So, my friends, we can take advantage of this, also of this video. I talked about the vocabulary. Let's see. We can see he uses a lot of nouns and a lot of adjectives. Are you seeing the screen? Oh, okay, well. And he uses a lot of, sorry, my sons are here. And they are, Gianluca, Victoria knows because I know him. My son is very joyful, and he's putting the music very loud. And it's not a spiritual music. Okay, wow. But he is very happy. Okay, well, my friends, coming back to this. Here we have a lot of words that are very useful. Some of them, and some of them are related to love, and some are used to describe what is the opposite of love. So, and some of them are nouns and some of them are adjectives. So we can see them and see which of them are related to love or connected to love, and which of them are not. For instance, tell me, you are going to tell me this, and you tell me if the word is a noun or is an adjective. For instance, and you can, it is not necessary to go in order. You can choose whatever and say it.
Sorry, can you repeat a little bit in Spanish?
Yes. O sea, acá hay varias palabras que él usa, que algunas son para describir qué es y qué no es el amor. Y usa muchas palabras, algunas son sustantivos y otras son adjetivos. Entonces, lo que yo les digo es que me digan de estas palabras cuáles se relacionan con el amor o están en conexión con el amor y cuáles no, cuáles son lo opuesto al amor, digamos, y si son sustantivos o son adjetivos. Entonces, ya te digo, cada uno elige la que quiere y vamos diciendo. For example, here I can take one, and then you go on.
Okay.
Or bueno, Vito, if you want.
Okay.
You want to start?
Yes. For example, enjoyment. I think it's a noun. Enjoyment.
Yes.
It's a noun and it's connected with love.
Yes, very good. And enjoyment, for example,
Enjoyment.
is a noun, very good. And another, you know that I said that suffixes and prefixes sometimes are useful. Los sufijos y los prefijos son útiles porque te ayudan a saber what the function of the word or what the meaning of the word is. In this case, this, el sufijo ment, por lo general, it's a signal that the word is a noun. Another, for instance, another word with enjoyment may be contentment. También es una palabra que es a word, and there are other words that are, but usually if the word ends in ment, it's a signal that it is a noun. So, well. What are other words?
Harmonious.
Harmonious, very good.
Harmonious or harmonious?
Harmonious, harmonious. And harmonious, what is? Is a noun or an adjective?
An adjective.
Very good, an adjective.
Yes.
And here we have another suffix. This os, it's a signal that the word is an adjective. Harmonious. Here we have another mischievous. For example, harmonious and mischievous are opposites. Because harmonious means in order, in harmony, attuned, we can say also. Attuned, aligned. En sintonía, eso son todas palabras synonyms of harmonious. Mischievous is the opposite. Mischievous maybe, espera, vamos a ponerlo acá abajo. It's an adjective also. Okay. And it's for instance, is a synonym of troublesome, of something that is anxious. Mira, acá tenemos otro adjetivo con la terminación os. Anxious. Okay. Well. Mariel.
Yes. Miserable is an adjective.
Yes, miserable.
Opposite
Very good.
Opposite of love.
Very good. It's an opposite. Is not connected with love.
Not
Okay.
connected.
I'm not finding it, but
About pleasure.
miserable. Yes. Very good. Miserable is an adjective. What else?
Possession.
Possession. Possession, what is possession?
I don't know.
It's a noun.
Announce. Okay.
What would be
Sorry,
the...
so announce es que me confundo. Adjective and announce.
Noun es sustantivo. A noun here. You can see, Noun es sustantivo y adjective, adjetivo. Entonces, possession is a noun. And what is the adjective of possession?
Possessive.
Possessions.
Possessive. Very
Possessive.
good. Possessive. Bueno, y acá vieron que adjective. Possessive y
Ok.
también the ending "ion" is a signal of a noun. Possession, meditation, contemplation, explanation. This is a signal of a suffix that indicates that the word is a noun. And reaction, we have here. Okay. Possession is not connected with love. We tend to connect it, but it is not related. Connection, possession, very good. Another one, tell me.
Stupid.
Stupid, okay. Not connected is what? A noun or an adjective? An adjective. You are an adjective. Very good. It's connected with miserable, for instance. Okay. And with another, what are or you can tell me, for instance, what are the other words that had a bad connotation? Stupid, miserable. What are they?
For example, violent.
Violent, very good.
And there was jealousy.
Jealousy. And jealousy.
But jealousy is a noun.
Jealousy is a noun. And what is the adjective?
Jealous.
Very good.
Cello es celoso, celoso, eso es.
Celos, claro. Celos sería. Jealousy
No sabía
serían
cómo
los
se
celos.
escribía, no, sí.
Y jealous es the adjective. Okay.
Absurdities. I think it's with a bad connotation. It's right there.
What?
Absurdities.
Yes. Absurdity here is in plural. It's a noun in plural. And something. The adjective, what is?
Absurd.
Absurd. Okay, very good. This is the adjective. Okay. So, then, what is another? This, dependence. Dependence is another word that with a bad connotation. And it is the opposite of love. Dependence. Dependence is similar to what? Dependence is a noun. Dependence is the noun, and what is the adjective?
Depends, no.
Dependent. Yes, I see. Dependent, and it's related to what? Dependent. If you are dependent on someone, you are
attachment.
You are attached. Yes, attachment. Or to be attached to someone. Or you can say to hold on to. To hold on to a relationship, for example. To hold on to. Aferrarse. Or to get involved. Involucrarse. Attachment, involvement. And here we say a relationship. Relationship, what is? A noun or an adjective?
Noun.
A noun. And ship, this is another suffix that is a signal of that the word is a noun. For instance, and is an abstract noun also. You remember that we talked about consciousness, for example, the other day. The suffix ness, that means that the noun is, the word is a noun, and ship is another word. For instance, we have what other word ending with ship that is very usual? Friendship. Friendship. Ownership. This is a legal word. Ownership. And it has to do with possession. Also connected. Ownership. But it's used most in a legal for legal vocabulary. Okay. Well. Problem. Problems is another
suffering.
word with a bad connotation. Suffering.
Suffering.
Well, and which are the words that had a good connotation? Joy, for instance. Joy. Joy is a noun. And what is the adjective of joy? There are two adjectives. You can say joyous,
Joyful.
and joyful. Joyful is more common. And here we have joyful, that this is a suffix that means the suffix full. That means that the word is an adjective. It's for example, we have many words, and it means full of something. It goes with only one L, but full has two L's. But means full of something. For example, full of. It means full of. For instance, we can talk about and its form with a noun plus full becomes an adjective. For instance, beauty. Beauty, it becomes beautiful. Here the Y turns into an I, but beauty, for instance, or other. Here there was another one. Delight becomes delightful, for instance. This is another word with a good connotation. Delight, delightful.
And watchful.
Yes,
watchful.
watchful. Watchful. To become watchful is to become vigilant. Watchful is not. It's a kind of synonym of alert. But it's watchful. It has a bad connotation. To be watchful. To be alert, not. And I was thinking, another adjective that ends in full, that peaceful. Is another that we use a lot in spiritual language. Peaceful. Peaceful. Okay. Well, my friends. we have a lot of words. So next meeting, we are going to end with the video, and we are going to use, I'm going to send you some questions to think about. And so next meeting, we are going to use all this vocabulary to talk about love and what is love and what is not love. So we can, because you know that vocabulary is useful if we practice it. So we have to put it, these are words, we have to practice them. Okay, well, but there are some important things here that we have reflect upon them, and it's that love is no possession, and no attachment, and no suffering, and no dependence. Okay. Well, just to finish our meeting today, we are going to hear to a prayer. It's a short prayer of Mooji, which is called the Lord Supreme. And it lasts about 3 minutes, not more. And it has to do with our essence. And it's a very beautiful prayer to God that goes like this. Who can, Vito, do you want to read it? The Lord Supreme. This is the prayer.
O divine Guruji, Supreme Lord of the universe, thou alone are one, please absorb me fully, rid me of the illusion of an independent personal self, and merge me with you in you forever.
Okay. Thou are alone are one. Though you know that es un pronombre antiguo, que quiere decir you. You alone are one. Pero que se usa mucho en las plegarias así, o en la Biblia se ve mucho, porque es la forma como antigua del you. Okay. Rid me of my ego, rid me of the illusion. Rid me es que, to liberate, get rid of something, libérame. Rid me of the illusion of an independent personal self, and merge me with you in you forever. To merge. Merge is a very beautiful word also.
And it's a legal word too.
Yes, that's real.
Merge and acquisitions. Merge and acquisitions, it's a legal term. Yes. Fusiones y adquisiciones.
Yes, we have a lawyer here. An attorney. Okay, merge and acquisitions, that's it. But here is here in spiritual language, it's a synonym of what? Of, that's why he said, thou alone are one. Merge is a synonym of oneness. And of, I don't remember is one with one end. oneness and unity. Unity. Okay. Well, let's listen to the prayer, and we finish. Let me.
Oh, beloved, hold in your heart that there is only one reality, the supreme consciousness awareness, God, Lord of the universes, who commands the very atoms, molecules, all forms, all time. Obey his will. Only he exists as one. The sense of you and I have no independent reality. So when you say I, take it to be consciousness. Because of conditioning, the I has assumed the form of a person. This is ego. The person experiences the world in a very dualistic mode. He suffers and enjoys the world. Thus, pray like this. Say, O Divine Guruji, Supreme Lord of the universe, Thou alone are one. Please absorb me fully. Rid me of the illusion of an independent personal self and merge me with you, in you, forever. And abide in this prayer, the unity of being, and be free of delusion. Whoever you take to be your guru, or sage, or prophet, or saint, or other, realize that the ultimate indication or meaning of each one is the supreme. Have this in mind and in heart. There is only one, the Supreme Lord of the universe. It is this one, it is He to whom all prayers are offered. He alone works miracles. He alone heals. He alone do we return to. He alone do we go out from and have our existence in Him, the supreme, unchanging, imperishable, eternal self. Grasp this and abide in this contemplation. Thank you.
Well, my friends. Just practice this. Try to practice this. You discover that silence is so powerful. Because why? If you are empty of your thoughts, God fills you with His grace. And this is the only thing we are looking for. Silence and peace. So, as he says, abide in this. Remain here. Stay here. Wow. This is a good ending for a Friday. A Friday evening, my friends. So, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing this beautiful meeting. Let's practice. Let's put into practice this. Well, see you next week. And remember, we are going to practice the vocabulary.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bon weekend.